Hello, colors. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Joao Felix as Barca are prepared to offer between 30 to 40 million euros maximum for the 24-year-old attacker, and so we'll look for another loan deal if and only if the offer is being rejected by Atletico Madrid. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Secondly, in this episode, we are going to be talking about Julian Alvarez of Manchester City, as Barca boss Xavi Hernandez likes the 23-year-old City man as a future reinforcement option. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. A report from Mundo Deportivo has emerged saying that Barcelona plan to offer Atletico Madrid an amount much lower than expectations for the permanent signing of Joao Felix. However, if the team from the Spanish capital do not accept that offer, Barcelona will ask to extend the Portuguese's loan for another year, and from there on, they will try to follow the same pattern that Atletico did with a certain Antoine Griezmann. Interestingly enough, since the forward is keen on staying at Barcelona, he and his agent, Jorge Mendes, have given Barcelona the approval to do so. So the question now is, what is Atletico's demand? We have reported before that Atletico Madrid's initial ask for the Portuguese was a whopping 85 million euros, but after knowing that no suitor would shell out this amount, they finally decided to settle for 60 million euros. In any way, given Barcelona's financial constraints, the team from Catalonia is not willing to pay even 50 million euros for the forward, leading to the suggestion that another loan might very well be on the cards. A couple of weeks back, we reported that Atletico do not want Felix back in the Spanish capital, and why there will be another bid coming from Saudi Arabia next summer. The player will once again reject this idea. It gives Barcelona an advantage, which is why they plan to offer only around 30 to 40 million euros to Atleti for Joao Felix. If that is not accepted, the Catalans are expected to look for another loan deal with a possible purchase option for a low fee. So the big question remains, can Barcelona sign Joao Felix? The resolution of this situation hinges on the financial fair play scenario and the successful completion of sales by Barcelona in the summer. Numerous factors are at play, and this narrative is anticipated to unfold only towards May and June rather than an immediate concern. At present, Barcelona express immense satisfaction with the player, and the sentiment is similar to considerable happiness from this end. The overall atmosphere is positive, and those in close proximity to the player share the sentiment that a return to Atletico Madrid is unlikely. Of course, it looks unlikely considering the current situation. The way he left the club on loan was not the best of ways. Of course, he had a fallout with the fans, Diego Simeone, and some of his teammates. And of course, which all started out with the fact that he blasted Atletico and praised Barca in an interview that pushed him to Barca, if we must admit. And of course, the jeers, the boos from the Atleti fans made just the problems between the player and the fan base just collapse. So as it stands right now, Barcelona are looking for all kinds of formula, all kind of ways to ensure that they can keep Joao Felix at the club on a permanent deal. But it's not going to be easy at all. Joao Felix is a player who is highly rated. And of course, the good thing, first of all, is the fact that Barcelona, have an advantage in the sense that Atletico Madrid do not want Joao Felix back. They do not want Joao Felix back. Because even if they do, the Athletic fans will be so annoyed. Diego Simeone cannot do such. Of course, the player have already made up his mind that he doesn't want to play for Atleti again, despite the fact that he's still a part of the club. They are still his parents' club. He's just playing for Barca on a loan deal, and he really wants Barca to extend that loan deal to a permanent one, which is not going to be easy due to financial fair play restrictions. We just have to keep fingers crossed, hoping for the best that things will go well. It's not going to be easy because right now reports are saying that Atletico are asking 60 million euros at least, but Barcelona are willing to pay but 30 or maximum 40 million euros. So it's going to be interesting to see how it looks like. Then on to the final story of discussion. It is no secret that Barcelona are currently in a precarious position despite confirming the arrival of Vitor Roque in January. The club have limited attacking options. Gavi's long-term injury, coupled with a lack of form for some of the attackers, does not help Xavi's case at all. Nevertheless, Barcelona are expected to continue with the current workforce without making too many moves in the market. In the long run, however, Xavi is particularly fond of Julian Alvarez. That is according to Dario Sport, which suggests that the Barca coach has identified the Manchester City starlet as a potential target in the future. Alvarez is presently regarded as one of the most promising young attackers from South America. After making a name for himself at River Plate, the youngster has flourished since his move to Man City, despite playing under the shadow of Erling Haaland. Alvarez has racked up 71 competitive appearances for Man City during his 18-month loan spell his 18-month spell at the Etihad so far. He has scored 25 goals while providing 17 assists. The former River Plate prodigy has also won 28 caps for the Argentine national team and was a critical part of the World Cup winning squad last year. It would perhaps be slightly unfair to label Julian Alvarez as a potential long-term replacement of Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski is more of a predatory striker who likes to hover around the penalty box. Alvarez, in contrast, is a modern forward who is able to operate around the flanks if necessary. One would therefore argue that Alvarez would be better suited to Barca's style of play. He can be an excellent striker partner to Vitor Roque, who is also a versatile modern capable of operating in multiple areas in the final third. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.